Hello everyone, my name is Roy and I'm one of the co-founders of Saltmines. Firstly, I would like to introduce the Saltmines project and how it started. The Saltmines project started around 2 years ago with the planning and the learning. It took us a long time to iterate and build concepts and also the game lore. We wanted to build a very unique game that's exciting and something that fits in the current world that we live in with AI, robots, and crypto. We had to constantly ask ourselves what made sense and what do people expect in this game. So what exactly is the Saltmines game? The best description for it is a robotic parkour PvP battle arena racer. Pretty much like a robotic demolition derby. As you can see, a lot of our movements for the models are all customized. We've chosen this path because we've tried the cheaper way to do this, and we thought that the quality from those implementations are not good enough for what we want to show our customers. We truly want to stand out in the crowd, and without having a customized movement, I think it just shows that you didn't want to put enough effort into the game to make it great. And because we're customizing all these movements, we have to do one model at a time. It takes a lot of time and hours to sort of get everything right. Every model has to be rigged and every movement has to be animated. So this will be ×4 journey for each of our models, and we are very lucky to be able to have found partners that could help us and do this job really well. Otherwise, it's going to be us trying to do this and it will take forever. We never really thought about the actual game build until about a year ago, after a lot of the core concepts of what we wanted to build was solidified. Then we actually encountered the next problem, which is resources, the know-how and the knowledge to actually build the game. It took us a long time to figure this out. But during this time, we developed our skills by designing our robots in 3D. And it kind of all started from animating the 3D robots. Currently, the game project is building a minimum viable product, MVP, much like a demo to give everyone a good idea of what we envision as a fun game. This demo will not be fully featured. It will be just the beginning of our game building journey. So the question of funding seems to come up a lot, and I just wanted to go through that and what our thought process is. When we were talking about funding. Receiving funding is always very special to us, and we take it as a privilege with humility. There's two things about funding that we believe that we have to adhere to. Firstly is the responsibility for the funds. And then secondly is that we can deploy that funds that we receive in an efficient and a way that enhances or speeds up the process. As a project, so there's a few things that we had to get in order before we can request for funding. Firstly is the core concepts. Secondly is the teams, right? Without the teams, we can't deploy that funds very efficiently. And until last year, we weren't at that state, or we weren't in that situation to be able to say, yeah, we've got all our teams already. And that we can deploy these funds effectively, and we know the teams that we're working with are good. So we actually went through that whole process to make sure that we can definitely vouch for our teams and that we know what they can do and what we can ask them to do. So now if we receive funding, we can deploy that relatively quickly, efficiently, and we know that the teams are capable of doing what we need them to do. I think we can conclude this video. There's a lot more to talk about, but I think I want to take a break from talking repeatedly to myself. If you found the information in this video useful, please subscribe and like our video. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask below. I will try to answer it to the best of my abilities.